So welcome to week 5 of our lawn care diary. And this week we've left Ben in Sevenoaks doing a cut. He's going to take it down a notch on the mower, and that will get us to our cut height for the year. He's been able to do that this year because we haven't had a huge amount of growth this spring. Our current prediction is by the end of March we're going to be on 100 growth degree days, and that's nearly half what we had last year. One of the reasons for that is the jet stream coming in over the Atlantic is not really moving up or down the country, so it's got a bit of a holding pattern over the UK, and that allows easterly winds to come in. Easterly winds mean cool and dry weather. Now, I'm not a weather expert. I do get this information from somewhere, and that is from Mark Hunt's Pro Data weather blog. Check him out. It's great information on there. So with that cool weather, what does that mean for lawns at this time of year, the end of March? It's really important because a lot of companies, and ours included, Lawns One will be going out and scarifying, aerating, overseeding, we're turfing. All of those things that we need growth to occur requires water. And if we're not getting natural rain and natural warm temperatures, then that isn't going to happen. So you've just got to be mindful that you might need to irrigate your lawns. Now, I know that's not easy or possible for very big lawns, but what it does do is manage expectations, because if we don't get the rain, then you know you're not necessarily going to get those results. Overnight dew will help, but it probably won't be enough. So just be mindful of that going through the spring. The other things that I want to talk to you today about are a couple of things to watch out for. One of them is Celandine, a lawn weed, and the other is annual meadowgrass, or AMG. Celandine, it's a glossy leafed, low growing plant with a yellow flower. You'll see it come out in March, but hey, it will be gone by the end of April. Our herbicides won't really touch it, and the reason why is because I mentioned it's got a glossy leaf. Now, when we spray, we need the herbicide to get into the leaf and then move its way round the systems of the plant, and that's what kills it. On a glossy leaf plant, it's really difficult. Not only that, but Celandine in particular has rhizomes under the surface, and I'll show you here. So much of its plant source comes from these rhizomes, and so trying to get a weed killer into that is really difficult. But like I say, this plant has a life cycle of maybe 8 weeks. It'll come and it'll go. Really what you need to do is manage your expectations, or get a trowel or a spade and dig it out. But that's a lot of work. Annual meadowgrass is considered to be a weed grass in our industry, and the reason why is because it will seed. Even if you cut it down to 3 millimeters, it'll still produce seed. It seeds prolifically, grows really easily, it's shallow rooting, and it is notorious for sticking out in your lawn at this time of year because it's a limey green. So most of your lawn will be beautiful and dark green, and this fresh growth from the annual meadowgrass will be limey and green, and you'll see a picture of that here. There's not a huge amount you can do about annual meadowgrass. You can try and cut the seed heads off, but like I said, you're going to be cutting down to 3 millimeters, and that's not really ideal. You can scratch it about and scarify it. It doesn't like that. Try and dig it out yourself, but like I say, those seeds could be in the soil anyway, so it's a notoriously difficult weed grass to deal with. You can kill it off with glyphosate and then reseed. There are options, but there's nothing to say that grass won't come back the following year. My preferred option is to, again, manage expectations. It's part of the life cycle of the lawn. If you can scratch it out, do so. Otherwise, a good feed will make the lawn much more uniform, bring the colour together, and make the grass much less obvious. Pays your money, takes your choice.